Welcome back once again to Jack's Tech Corner and Photography Weekly episode number 41. Coming up in today's show, how to remove those winter pounds without working out. You know, there's a way to do it, and I'm going to show you. Who wants to work out? Forget that. Next, style match. What does that mean, and how do we perform style match? I'm going to show you those little tricks and tips there. And then we're going to take some of those beautiful pictures that you've been working on, and we're going to create a painting without using any brushes. So folks, let's go ahead and get started this week with episode number 41. And please pay attention to the new opener. Tell me what you think. Okay, very, very good. There we go, and that's the new opener there to start to show off. So hopefully everybody was able to catch on to that. And we should be good to go. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the official shout out there this morning. The chat room's getting filled up, and that's good to see. It's nice to have everybody chatting along here as we are working. So I am going to bring this up. All right. Trying to see where we're at. Jessica said loved it. June said nice. Good. I worked on that yesterday for a few hours because it's just what I do to make it more interesting. So today, I don't know how many of you was in there last night. Some of these people look familiar, but if not, we had the PSP show last night, which is called the pre-show prep. I don't know if I'm going to do it every Saturday night, but it was a lot of fun. We talked about photography for 3 hours. I played a little bit of sublingual background music, and we chatted away. We had a lot of people. At one point, guys, we had about 25 people show up, somewhere in that area. So really, really successful evening. So now we're going to make a successful morning, and I need to bring up here. Okay. I have a monitor that I watch just to see kind of what's going on and where I'm at there, make sure everything's flowing nicely. Renee, you missed it. Well, maybe next week we'll have one again. A lot of it depends on, wanting to stay married, which I do. I love my wife. I like to spend some time with the kids. I know they're getting older and they don't want to spend a lot of time with me, but that happens. So, but anyway, we had to do some TV time last night, and the kids were there watching a movie with their mom, with their wife or with my wife. So. Be that what it is. So let's go ahead this morning and give the shout outs, and we're going to get right into the show here because I have a ton of stuff and I hope I get to it all because I know you guys want to learn. So good morning to Chicky and Cheryl, David B, Debbie, Gil, Hugh, Jack's Tech, that might be me, Jake the Snake, good morning, sir, Jessica, good morning, Jody, June, Kevin, super congratulations on the graduation. Photo Boy 1, hello there. Renee, Ron, Serena, and Vicky. Welcome, welcome everybody, and I'm glad everybody's here and ready to learn. Like I said before the opener, now's a great time, the winter. I don't know if you guys have winter in your part of the world where you may live. I'm sure you have a change of weather where you may put a jacket on or it might be a little chilly outside. But now's a good time to get those cameras out there, even, and get pictures. And I know I'm guilty of it too. I am, where it's cold out and I don't want to be out there. But you can get some beautiful pictures outdoors in the snow. And I'm sure you know that that is the case. Some beautiful shots you can get out there. So now that we got that going, just looking here through the chat room this morning, just to give you an update, please, if you're not a member of our Facebook group, which I think most of the people here are, please join it at Jack's Tech Corner. The Facebook group is Jack's Tech Corner. And I say join it because I want you to see stuff, and if I talk about stuff during this show, I want you to know what I'm talking about. Jessica, congratulations on the framing of the kitty. Absolutely loved it. Looks great. Chicky, thank you very much for the little clips last night you took of the show. With the debut of Comet, my family got a kick out of that. And, I can't do this stuff on my own. I'm glad you guys took a screenshot and you put it up on the Facebook page. I appreciate that. Okay. I did too. It was really, really nice to put that up there. So we are going to go ahead and get started here because I have a ton of stuff I want to show you. And I think you're ready to learn some stuff. So sit back, relax, grab a coffee, and sit around and listen to my charming voice bore you into insanity. Okay, we hope that don't happen. We hope that we are able to get you into this learning this morning and get you started here. The Skype lines are open this morning. I will be putting that number up after the first little tutorial. That's how we work it here if you're new. And we do that because then you're not calling in during the tutorial. We don't want that to happen because then I get stopped and everybody that's been here for a while knows that then I kind of get lost in the moment. So we're going to go ahead and get started with my desktop. Oh, and stick around there. We have another assignment for you for this week. The assignment last week went great. Went really, really good. Nice, perfect assignments. Everybody did their food shots. They look really nice. They really came out good. So, all right. We are going to change over to my desktop. How to remove winter pounds without working out. My wife hated this because she wanted me to work out. She wanted me to go down. She wanted me to pump some iron and get on that treadmill and work out and get all sweaty and I don't know. It's better just to kind of, be healthy. You can be healthy, but if you can Photoshop, you can fix what you want to fix. So you're going to look good in pictures anyway. Let's just say that. So we're going to go back here. Oops, that's not it. Here it is. So here is a picture of myself and Mrs. Jack. And this is we were getting ready to go out one evening to a Christmas party, Christmas get-together. And I noticed that my stomach had a little bit too much Thanksgiving pumpkin pie and turkey. So I didn't really like this picture. I thought, that looks pretty bad. So I got to fix this picture. Mrs. Jack looks fine because she works out. She walks 2 or 3 miles a day, and that's what she loves to do. So it's a stress reliever. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to fix this picture. Now, there's a couple different tools we can use to fix this picture, but the one I like the most is under Filter, and it is under Distort, and then we're going to go to Liquify. Let's do that. Now, once you come to Liquify, there's some different tools here. Now, if you go to the Bloat tool, that's going to do the opposite of what you want to do. You don't want to bloat. Here, let me show you since we're in here. If I click on that Bloat tool and come over my stomach, check this out. So you can see there I got a little bit more round around the midsection, a little bit heftier, if you will. So you don't have to eat at that point. This is kind of cute. If you want to take somebody that is skinny and give them a little bit of weight, you can definitely do it with the Bloat tool. So it's real easy to do. It's a nice little effect. But what we want to do is we want to take winter weight off. We don't want to put it on. Oh man, without working out. Although I do walk occasionally. Play about 3 times a week, 2 miles, 3 times a week. Like I said, the wife does it more 5 times a week. So we're going to revert it, and we're going to take those pounds back off, just like that. It's that simple. Now what we're going to do is, very simply, we are going to go to this tool. It's called the Pucker tool. Now if you use this tool, you can come over here and you can just go down along the edges is what you want to do. Hold your mouse button down and just go down along the edge. And just go down along the edge here a little bit. And that way, you want to make it realistic, folks. Don't make yourself, don't make yourself a size 0. It's not going to help you because, you have to be proportioned in your body shape. And if you're doing a picture for Match.com or something, be careful, because sooner or later you're going to meet in real life. So we just move back and forth there, and you can see where we got rid of some poundage. And you can play with some of the other tools up here too. I'm going to try the turbulence tool and see what that will do. Again, I'm just going right along the edge of this here. All right. And you don't want to spin it. This will actually spin stuff around. This is a warp tool here. You can actually do some warping. So there you go. It's very, very easy to get rid of some weight. We're going to make this brush size a little bit bigger. And just pull down here a little bit more aggressive just so you can see it work. And there you go. See, I slimmed down and I didn't have to work out. So, not healthy, but it works. You can even use this if somebody has like heavier cheeks. You can actually come on their cheek lines and you can actually pull those down a little bit. You can make a face a little skinnier. Again, don't be too over aggressive because you're going to make it really unrealistic, and you don't want to do that. So you can actually thin somebody's face down just like that. So there you go. Little touch-up trick there too, a little bit of working. So that's an easy way. It's a very short little trick tutorial there I wanted to show you of how to actually lose some pounds after all the holiday season went through. Now it's time to lose a little bit of weight. Back up that shot with the number. There we go. Okay, so that is a very, very simple way of how to lose a little bit of weight. It works really, really well. And like I said, play around with it, that liquefy tool. It's a really nice tool to use. And you can use it for a lot of other things too, not just that. So, there's a call. Good morning. Good morning, Chicky. How are you?
Hey guys, how are you? It's Chicky. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, I have a question to ask you. Okay, I'm talking to Photo Boy in Skype.
Okay.
Everybody recruited Photo Boy into the group. He's an awesome photographer. He's a professional photographer, and you were just showing this technique on liquefying to make somebody look smaller. I guess it would take me a couple of hours to make me look a little smaller here. But I was just wondering, he wanted to know if you were using Elements or CS5 to show this technique, because I was just trying to follow this along in Elements to do the same thing with your picture.
That's correct. This is Photoshop Elements, and this is 10, but this works all the way back from version 6.
Okay, so I guess would the same technique apply for those people that are actually using Photoshop as well?
Yeah, if there's a filter in there and it's called liquefy, it's going to do the exact same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that would answer his question. Okay. And let me ask you something. When you put the when you take the brush, okay, and you decrease it, I noticed that the circle with the actual plus sign in it, I mean, it gets bigger or smaller. If you put it over the targeted area, I happen to know, offense, Jack, I happen to put it over your little belly over there. Okay. Maybe it was maybe the way I was pressing it, but it wasn't, I didn't notice it distorting it. I didn't notice it really changing the image, really. I noticed I did it to your face. I kind of distorted your face. I don't want to show you what I did there.
That's nice. But, yeah, when it gets bigger and smaller, and I didn't tell you guys that because sometimes I leave parts out, like you said in the video last night, but you can use the left and right bracket key and increase the brush size.
Oh.
I'm going to try to bring this back up on the screen here real quick, folks, just so we can show you this.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Trying to see where I'm at. Okay. So on this picture itself right here, on the tool options, there's a brush size here. And there's also a brush pressure. So if you don't see anything happening at all, increase the brush pressure, run this up to 100%, and then you'll see something more happening. But it's a very, very aggressive way of doing things. Okay. The next thing is the brush size, and you can increase this all the way up. It'll go up. You'll see how big it'll get here. And I'll just take it up some more and go back onto here. And you can see my cursor on the screen, or maybe you can't. Let me see here. So you can see my cursor around the screen, how big that brush size is now.
Yeah, I had put it up to 300. I actually put it up to the brush size. I put it up to 366 on your stomach.
Okay.
To see if I can get you very, very thin. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe I didn't do it right. It wasn't kind of like diminishing the image, that area, where the circle.
Yeah, because see what's going to happen. If you look on here, if I pull this too much, watch what happens here. You're going to actually distorting it. You know what I mean? Because I raised the pressures up to 52. And I'm left clicking. You left click and pull. Left click and pull. And so you can make it very, very distorted at that point.
Oh, okay. I see. I was just putting it on the actual area and clicking.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you click and drag. Okay. Click and drag just a little bit there. Click and drag.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, now you got it. I'm sorry about leaving it.
That's wonderful. I could do that.
Well,
myself. That would be great.
And this is like if you want to wear your pants higher. People like sometimes wear their pants up, like kind of weird look. But that's okay, and that's why the phone calls are important. If you don't see it, if I'm leaving something out, please give me a call and let me explain it a little better. Because I'm sure other people was asking that same thing. That's okay.
Instant plastic surgery. This is wonderful. Okay. I really appreciate you showing this technique because I was trying to play with this and I just said, why isn't this moving? I didn't realize you have to drag this. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I left that out. I'm sorry. I was just clicking and doing it, and I don't even think, so that's great. Thanks. I appreciate the call.
All right. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Have a good day, and I'll see you around. Thanks for recruiting people for the show.
Hey, my pleasure. Anytime. Jack's Nation.
Bye-bye. All right. Bye. Okay, that was Chicky. If you guys don't know Chicky, she's from New York City, New York. My wife hates when I say that. New York City. So that's how you do it. I'm glad she called in because it clarifies everything for you folks too. You can see then how you have to pull things around and have to do that stuff. So it's very easy to do once you get the basic movements. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay. Just coming back over here and looking at some of the chat room stuff going on. You guys are moving along here. And let's see. Hold on a minute. For he's the graduated guy now. For he's the graduated guy now. Good morning, Kevin Rice.
Good morning, Jack and everybody. I just wanted to call and...
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, so what's happening there?
I just wanted to say thanks to everybody in here that's giving all the nice comments. It was awesome, man. They're all great people in here.
The thing is, they see you as a master editor, Kev. Master editor.
Okay.
I told him this. I said, and a country boy will survive. That's what I told him.
And this one has.
The good old down home West Virginia guy. See, they're going in the chat room. They're saying good morning. See, love Kevin. What more can you say?
I don't know, man. They're just great people.
They are.
I'm glad to be part of this group.
Oh, it's a great group in here today, I tell you. And last night too, like I said, we celebrated for you. Everybody was saying, "Where's Kevin? Where's Kevin?" I think Chicky said, "Oh, he's at his graduation." So then I remembered from Facebook that's where you were.
Did you get it recorded? Is it still recorded?
Yeah. Well, go to Justin TV. The whole thing's there.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
You'll have to scrub through it because it's like 3 hours long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we broadcasted from 8 till a little bit after 11 last night.
Man, I just got home right at 11.
Yeah, so you just missed it. It was funny because
Yep.
Jessica was watching in her car. She was watching on her iPhone and chatting with her husband's iPhone. And then she got home and she picked it back up. So it was pretty good webcast last night, I guess.
And see, she's a techie person like us, Jack.
I know. She's just a closet techie person. She don't want nobody to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Like her Aunt Chicky, too. Chicky's a techie person. She don't want nobody to know either. She's like just hiding behind that New York accent.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Well, thanks. I just want to thank everybody again. I appreciate all the comments.
Okay,
It's
Nate.
great.
Hey, anytime you want to host again or co-host with me, buddy, just let me know because I'm sure the folks here want to watch you.
All right. I'll try to think of something else we can do next time.
Okay, I'll be talking to you soon. Once again, congratulations.
Well, thank you, my friend. Y'all
All
have
right.
a good one. Thank you.
All right, thanks, buddy. I'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was Kevin there, and Kevin was coming to us over the phone lines there from West Virginia. It's always good to talk to Kev. You guys have seen his work on the Facebook group, and man, he's great too. He's a good source because if you ask him something, he'll figure it out for you and he'll get back to you. He loves taking people's work and reworking it too. So if you put something up, it's free to grab. It's free to use for everybody to play around with to try to help you out and make it better. So the chat room is going crazy. He really can't even catch up to it today to figure out where I was. So if anybody has any questions, your best bet would probably be to Skype it in. Just call the phone line there would be your best bet. So we're going to move on here and move out, and I'm going to tell you about style matching and what is it? I mean, why do we need it and why should we use it? Very simply is why we need it is because it allows you to match the characteristics of one picture into another picture. And why in the heck do we want to use it? Basically, because it comes with Photoshop Elements, and you paid a lot of money for Photoshop Elements, so you should be using all the tools. And with that said, let's go back to the screen, and we're going to show you how to use style matching. This is the picture I'm going to use for style matching. May not be the best for what I'm matching it to, but I think you'll get the actual idea of how to use style matching. And also remember on the phone there, when Chicky called in, this is being done with Photoshop Elements. This happens to be Photoshop Elements 10, but it will work back. I believe this came out in version 8, style matching. Don't hold me to that. Might have been 7, either 7 or 8. And I'm sure the chat room can help out and probably tell you where this came from. So what we're going to look at here, we are going to go under Guided Edit. So even sometimes the most famous experts in the world can use a little assistance using the Guided Edit. All right, once we're in the Guided Edit, what we're going to do here is we are simply going to go down and click down here at the bottom where it says Photo Merge. It's under the Photo Merge group, and it's under Style Match. Now here's something. I'm going to get 1,000 people in the chat room saying, oh my lord, I got version 6, it's not there. Or version 7 maybe when it came out, or 8. It's not there. They move these things around in each version. I don't know why. I think they do it just like, do you ever go in a store and they do what's called a reset? A reset in a store, if you always walk into the store and you know where to get the bread, well, the next time you walk in the store, the bread's on the opposite side of the store. The reason they do that is because they want you to pass things and think you might need them, things that you weren't thinking of. I think that's the way Photoshop or Adobe believes it should be. So what's happening is they are putting all these in one place. Then the next time you go to use it in the new version, it moves because they want you to see the other things they're putting in. That's why they do it. I believe this. So we're going to get under the Style Match and click on that. Now what style matching allows you to do, it allows you to take characteristics from one picture and make those characteristics in the other picture. And what I mean by that basically is the color variations. So I'm going to take this picture here in what's called our style bin. Now the style bin is different groups of pictures that you want to use with different types of styles that you may like. And I'm going to show you how to add to this, okay? It's very simple. What we're going to do first is we are going to use this black and white picture here of this tower. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be another lake. We're just taking the color characteristics. And we're going to drag it up and drop it. I left clicked on it, drag it up and drop it right in there. Now what it does, you immediately see on the after picture here that it darkened the whole picture up. Now, if you want to actually get all the tones out of there into the after picture, you have to click right here where it says transfer tones. Click on that. And now you can see that black and white tones came from that picture over to this picture. Now there's a step further you can go with this. You can actually adjust all this stuff over here. The style intensity is full. It's 100%. The style clarity, you can clarify it up a little bit if you want to clear it up. We can take it up or down, either way. Okay, we're going to take it back down a little bit. You can enhance the details if you wish. The one thing I like to use is the style eraser, because sometimes you want the style to be in there. You want the whole picture to look like something, but you want some detail of it to look like it did. Here's what I mean. Look, I clicked on the eraser. I'm come down on the guy here on the jet ski or water ski here. And we're just going to paint over him, because we want him to look like he always looked. Okay, even though we changed the background. If you mess up, just click on Style Painter and paint the style right back over it. Again, remember your brush sizes. We can use the left and the right bracket key, and we can make the brush size larger or smaller. The left and the right bracket keys. Okay, now, I'm going to uncheck that. We're going to reset it back to normal. Let's do a different colored picture. I have a sunset picture down here, some orange, and you just pick out different tones and colors you want to use. Let's drag that up. Okay. Again, it gave the picture sort of a funky look, right? Something that you really wouldn't hang on your wall. But we can click on Transfer Tones, and then you can see now where it gives that picture a different look. Don't always believe that a picture, one creative word of advice for you from a man that's not that creative, but don't always look at water and believe it's blue. Don't always look at a sky and believe it's blue. Don't always look at grass and believe it's green. Use a little bit of imagination and you can come up with something very, very creative. Once again, when playing around with this on my pre-show prep yesterday, I brought him back out. Now, naturally, you'd want this to be a little bit cleaned up more. You'd probably want the brush size smaller, but it almost looks like he's just kind of riding in the water, the sun setting on the water. You can still see it's water, especially with him there, so it's really, really neat. Now, that's all well and good, but you're going to get tired of these after a while. You're going to say, Jack, those bore me. I don't like any of the presets, so you're going to say, I'd like to add it. I'd like to add something to this. I like to get a different picture. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hope nothing's up here on my screen. Okay. This is, let's see here. We are going to look for, not my email. I need to go to google.com. Okay. Now, once you're in google.com, click on images. We've done this before. And I need some tones and some colors from like a sky. So I'm going to type in either sky or clouds. We'll type in sky and see what we get. Okay. So what we want to do here is we're going to pick out one of these pictures that we're going to use the tones from. And I want it to be more blue than anything else just to capture the tone quality. I don't like to use anything with the words on, but it's not going to matter because you're pulling the tones out of it. So click full size image. We're going to right click on this and click Save Image As. And under Pictures, we'll put it under Show. And now we'll put it under Sky. And we're going to call this New Blue Sky. Okay. Now, click on Save. Now remember where you put this at on your computer's hard drive. It's very important because we're going to pull that out now. So back in your Photoshop elements, all right, and we're back in the style match is where we're still at. Down here where it says style bin, click the little plus sign on the bottom. And we're going to go to the bottom one that says add style images from hard disk. Click on that. And we'll go back to pictures. Scroll down to sky because that's where I put it. And unfortunately I saved it wrong there. Right click on this, save image as. The reason that didn't work is because sometimes if you're using Firefox, it will not save the extension. So let's see here. It will not save the extensions. So there we go. Alright, minimize that. Okay, so we're back in here. Let's do this again because I don't want to lose anybody. We're in our style bin. Click the plus sign. Click on add style images from hard drive. Click on that. And let's go find out where I put it again. Under pictures, sky, new blue sky. There's my new blue sky. Click open. Now it's going to take just a couple seconds for it to come down there. I have not figured out why that is. But after a few seconds it does populate. So now the sky is there. Now we can use those tone colors on this water and see what happens. So let's just click it and pull it up. Once again, it gives it some kind of hazy, terrible look there. We're going to transfer the tones and see if it's any better. Now you can see it gives it a really deep blue look. It's picking up the blue and the white out of this contrast over here in colors from this picture. Use the style eraser. I'm going to lower my mouse brush size down here just a little bit. I'm just going to paint right over him. Yeah, we'll speed up just a little bit. And what you'll notice is since I'm using kind of a bluish color, it doesn't look quite as bad when you're going over it. You don't have to be as delicate with him. But there you go. That's what you'd come up with after it's all done. Then you would simply click on done, and that will take you back into the regular editor there, and you can actually do more work on it if you wish, or save it out and do whatever you wish after that point. So there you have it. Then you can just click down here, even view. We'll just go after only. There's our picture. Very nice and very easy to use. So there you have it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that little tidbit of information. So first, I'm still trying to get this man on here. We're going to talk about the Green Screen Wizard. If you're not doing any green screening at all, maybe you should try it. Check out greenscreenwizard.com. Ken's a great programmer. He's a great friend for years, but I just can't hold the man down long enough to do an interview. I've been trying to get an interview with him since last year to bring that interview to you folks on the show, just to see who the man is, where did he come from, how did he get started. But what I can tell you, though, honestly, go to greenscreenwizard.com. You can actually find some great tools there. The software is a little pricey, but it's worth it because it's going to save you thousands of hours in the editor. Also, you can buy all your materials you need as far as your green screens and everything else. Now, the only thing I do ask you, if you're going to go and buy anything from the Green Screen Wizard, please go to my website, jackstechcorner.com, and click on the link on the left. Next is a brand new advertiser, or not advertiser, affiliate. I don't know how well this is going to work out or not, but it is Amazon.com. So we all buy from Amazon. I thought, it'd be great to set up an affiliate with Amazon. So now you can go to Amazon.com. Again, go to my website and click on the link on the left. You'll find it there. And if you purchase through Amazon using that link, or I'm still trying to figure out how the links work, but you can actually pick up merchandise that way. So if you're looking for anything, that definitely helps to show out. And then a little plug too for the show, jackstechcorner.com. Go there if you're new to the show. If you're looking for some tutorials on DVDs, it's a good place to start. There's some great DVDs there for you, and you can pick those up and just learn on your own time. Or you can simply click the donate button, and every webcasting show on the planet tells you that, so I don't knock you down too much for that. My main goal here, folks, is to get you to come back every week and just listen, enjoy, and learn with us here. Now, let's get back to learning. And that brings us to my lion sleeping in a log. This, folks, was at a zoo, actually, as you can see. I know, had to be a zoo, right? Couldn't be my backyard, that's for sure. My cat's not that big. This is the Columbus Zoo in Ohio. If you ever get a chance, stop by the Columbus Zoo. We like zoos. We tend, anywhere we travel, we try to find a zoo just to see, what they have to offer. And if you ever get a chance, you're in the Pittsburgh region, visit the Pittsburgh Zoo. It's one of the largest. Of course, it's our hometown one, but it's pretty large. And from seeing some other zoos and comparing it, it's a really good size. So it's there, and it's relatively inexpensive to visit. So what we're going to do today, though, is we're going to take this and we're going to create a painting with it. So what we need to do is, first of all, we're going to start off with this picture, and we're going to duplicate the background. People say, Jack, duplicate the background. It's so easy. We do this all the time. It's Control-J or Command-J on the Mac. Once you duplicate this picture here, what we're going to do is we're going to add a filter to this picture. So the filter we want to use on this picture is called a dry brush. So let's go up to Filter and Artistic. Anyway, dry brush. Now, pull this up a little bit here so we can see what's going on. With the dry brush settings, folks, it's very easy here. Your dry brush size should be all the way to the right. It should be 10. I'm just seeing if you can see my... That's another thing with this casting software here. So the dry brush right here should be all the way to number 10. It's on the left-hand side. The detail brush should be at 0. The detail brush should be at 0. And the texture, you can play with the texture up and down based on your preferences. Once you get it okay, click OK. Okay, now, that is layer 1. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to duplicate layer 1. So again, Command-J or Control-J and duplicate layer 1. And do the same thing. Let's add that brush again. So we're overlapping filters is what we're doing here. So I'm going to click on it right up here where it says dry brush since I already used it. And it's applying that effect. And there you go. So there is that effect. It's very, very easy to do that. And it's very nice. It has a nice look. Now we got to use our screen modes. And they're right here. These screen modes are actually blending modes for your layers. So if we click on this, you can see different blending modes that we're going to use on the layers. It's usually set to normal because we normally work in a normal mode. Let's click on layer 1, the first layer here. And you can rename these if you want. Look, if you just right click on it, you click on rename layer. You can name this whatever you want. I mean, I called that one base and top. It doesn't matter. On that particular layer, right there, we're going to change its blending mode to screen. Now you look at that and you're like, well, okay, that's nice, Jack, but didn't do much. You're right, it didn't do much at all. Let's go to the next one up here. We're going to change this one to multiply. Now you're like, wow, Jack, that really darkened the crap out of it. And you're right, it did darken the crap out of it. If it gets a little bit too dark, you can play with levels, but I would suggest playing with levels after we finish the last step. Now, the last step you want to do is we want to add a fill layer. Because a painting, this looks like something maybe somebody water painted onto a piece of paper maybe, But we want it to look like that painting that's on canvas. Now, to do that, we have to make our canvas. That's important. So if we go to Layer and go to New Fill Layer, and we're going to go to Pattern. And we're just going to call it Pattern Fill 1. You can call it whatever you want. Click OK. And if you click this little pull down menu right here on the left with all the patterns, if these are not showing, click on this and go down to Artistic Surfaces. And now these will show up. You want the first one is what you want. You can see it looks like an interlaced type of a felt pattern type of a canvas. So that's what you want. Click on that. All right. Once you click on that, click OK. And the last thing we got to do now is we have to change its blending mode. And we're going to change its blending mode right here. And just go down to where it says Soft Light. And hopefully that's coming through the cast OK. And you can now see that that adjustment is on there. So you can see now where it's actually got like a nice pattern on top of it, and it actually makes it look like this is painted on canvas. If you want to lighten it up a little bit, what I would suggest you do is click on this layer. You go down here to your adjustment layers. It says create new fill or adjustment layer, and then click on levels. We can just pull this one in a little bit, the white, pull it into the left a little bit. And you can just bring that up just a little bit, and you can adjust that. You can pull some of the shadows or darknesses down. You can get rid of some highlights or anything else you want to do with it there. There you go. Then you would just simply save that out as a JPEG, take it to your local developer, or send it off site and have that thing actually developed and printed off. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful picture, and people are going to look at that and think that it's actually done on canvas. So there's a nice effect, and you can use it for a lot of stuff. Play around with that picture with with pictures of your kids or your pets or all kind of stuff. It works nice for landscapes. It looks beautiful on landscapes. So play around with it. I think you'll have a good time. Well, I'd like to thank each and every one of you out there for watching this video. And I'd like you to come back each and every week. Join us each and every Sunday morning on the live show on Justin TV. You can find it at live.jackstechcorner.com, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So even if you're in California, wake up or rub your eyes and turn the computer on and come alive with Jack's Tech Corner. We'd like to have you there. Once again, I'm humbled every week with how many people join in, and it's a great community of photographers and photo editors alike. I think you'll have a good time on the show. Or continue to watch these on YouTube, and Justin TV records them with the greatest DVR in the world. I don't know where they go with the storage space, but those guys are doing a bang-up job, and they hold these shows each and every week so you can continue to watch them. So until next Sunday or Saturday night, if we do a PSP, which is a pre-show prep, which I'm planning on doing, we'll have to see how that goes. Keep those cameras clicking, and keep the editors editing. And I will see you back here next Sunday morning for another Photography Weekly and Jack's Tech Corner. So long for now. We'll see you then. Bye.